Welcome back to Beekeeping Basics with Danny. So, as you see in the previous video, a F1 buckfast queen, they must have killed her off. What I didn't really learn was with the cages that Black Mountain Honey provide, they've just got one fondant hole. I really should have sealed that up, because when you put a queen into a busy hive like that, you want to go about 48 hours before you let a tab go. So I do believe that they got in that fondant very quickly, far too quickly, got in and killed that queen. So I'm not going down the road of buying a queen this time. We have this nuke and we have a queen in here. So we're going to try her, we're going to give her a go, get her in a bigger hive with all the necessary, pollen stalls and all the rest of it. And hopefully she then picks up. I've had her on some sugar syrup in there, so yeah, we're going to get her out of there, and we have this box here ready. We've got the newspaper ready, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it above the brood box at the moment with the queen excluder that's already in place. Put this one on top of it all with another queen excluder, so when they get through the newspaper above and below, she's still trapped in that one box. Then I can shuffle that around and get her exactly where I want her, because at the moment that's just full up with nectar. So we're moved the brood in half up, we'll put that down with the empty super that I've got in the garage that's already drawn out with that, and that gives her plenty of room to do real good kickstart. So let's get into here first and foremost. Just going to check the sugar syrup scenario. I have a wasp that keeps munging around because he knows there's sugar syrup in there. So they're all up there at the moment. They have been taking that sugar syrup. And this is the trouble that we have now, is the fact that we've got a lot of wasps around. And they really are annoying. So I've got to kind of not hang around too much with this. Need to get it going as quick as we kind of can. So we'll get this one ready. As well. So what we need to do is get these frames into this box first. So if I get this box potentially up here, even though I had that there, no, what we do is we get this box on here, pretty much like so, and then nothing can effectively get into it. And there's four just normal frames in there, and there's one frame of honey in there. So we have a clean hive tool, so we're going to get in, and obviously what we want to be doing is checking that our queen is okay as well. I'm going to just place that on there, so it is relatively busy. So let's get this empty one out that's going to provide us with the room. Nice and gently, because the last thing we want now is to upset our queen. So I can use that one in here, and I'm going to keep that queen excluder on there because of the wasp scenario, what with the honey that's in there, and hopefully we find her relatively quick. So don't really want to mess around too long. So she is laying in there. It'd be nice if we found her straight away. So she's not on that frame. And it is very, very warm today. And already we have a wasp in there. They will do what they need to do, so this is why I'm saying we need to act pretty damn quick. So what we'll do is get that one into there, getting that back on there. I think that was a little wasp that went in there then. Hopefully they'll kill her off straight away. There's our queen on there, excellent stuff. She looks all good. We do have on that one, we do just have drone brood, so I'm going to get her into there straight away. Now we can do this relatively quickly now, so if I break these all apart and then as soon as that queen excluder is off, we can just offload straight into there. The annoying thing is I do have bees in the top of that box, so being as quick as we can, having a look. That's just stores. So, like I say, she hasn't been laying loads. We did put this frame of cat brood in there not so long ago. We'll get that in there as well, and this one, and then we'll shake the bees out of that box. She only seems to have been laying on one frame all the time. Okay, why are we a frame short? That's lucky. So what we do now is get these bees out of here. We can. Do have a brush this time, so if we can try and get them all out best as we can. Okay, that's the best it's going to do with that. We'll get that lid back on there. Again, because of the wasp scenario. Now, getting this ready with the newspaper. 2 layers on this. So, give them plenty of time, and we know this works because we've done it on that hive there. So we'll move the camera over ready for that. So then what we need to do is really get that hive tool. I'm trying to weight that down. Let's use that newspaper. Don't want it blowing off. Oh, sugar. And then that'll literally be ready to lift on. I have put some little holes in it. So we'll get that in place like so. There's a lot of these up there. This is the one that we want off, with the queen excluder staying in place. And what we'll do is get that back on there, keeping that all nicely how it needs to be. We've got to get these off of here, so this is going to have to come off. So I have to shake these off into here. Putting that back on there, putting that back on there. So we do have bees flying around now. So we do this as quick as we can. So, newspaper is here ready. So we're going to go 1, 2, and we have a piece like so. I'm going to put some little slits into it, just a few. Oh, just trying to find where the bits are, just so the pheromones get in there. Okay, so that's ready to now get this on the top. So, checking in the box, we have no queen come off. Get this nicely lined up. Once this queen gets in here, I'm hoping that she then picks up a lot better. So hopefully the newspaper doesn't blow off of this like it wants to. As soon as we get that one on there, we'll be okay. So to be fair, I'd sooner have that one with the less bees in it, not on here first, because I may want to use this on inspection of the other hive over there. So this one has a lot more bees in it. And considering they have no queen, they are still relatively chilled, thank goodness. So there we are. Now I will put that on for the minute. I may well use this one over there. So that's our split done. We'll just put the lid on. Whew, okay, so spare lid always comes in handy. It's the beauty of having them in other parts of hives. So, okay, so we know the big hive has plenty of room because we've actually added a brood and a half, extra brood on there. So I'm just checking to see what kind of room on these double brood area that we've got. It's so hot, I'm literally balling with sweat. So I didn't actually want to do that. What I wanted to do first and foremost was have a look under the lid, seeing how busy. So the top one is busy. Just want to check some of them frames to see how busy. It wasn't overly heavy, so just want to see what they're doing with this. Wasps are about. So this is one that I spun out, I do believe. So I think we should be okay with this one for the minute. This hive without adding anything more to it. Just place that back on there and have a look in the one below like we just did. Again, they're busy in here. I've got a bit of combing out to do. I just want to see if they're filling these with nectar, which they are. I'm not going to do a check and inspection on the queen today. So it's filled with nectar there. I think they'll be okay without adding another super on this. I'm starting to cap these off. I may well move this one to the outside edge if it's, yeah, because that one's pretty much done. Just bringing some of them in like so. Okay, so we'll leave that as it is because they've got a lot of work to do with combing them back out. So we know there's plenty of room on that. I'm just going to check this other one. That's not the lid, this is the lid. Just see, obviously if they need room, then we know that we can give them the room. Lots of earwigs. Don't know why I get so many bloody earwigs in there. Don't think they're too much harm. Getting rid of them. Oh. Let's just move that to one side. So this, to me, looks like it's all capped honey in here. So it is. So yeah, what we're going to do, granted that bit's not there, but the rest of it is. So let's give these something to work on by placing this one onto it. Take this one off and put this one on. Now I'm pretty sure it's fine with all them bees on there, on all of them frames to go into this hive. Placing that onto there like so. What I might do actually is shake some of them off. So let's put that back together. Let's start shaking some of these off, I reckon, just to be on the safe side. Not all of them, as long as we've got most of them. Just going to put that one aside. But we want to keep the numbers up in this hive here anyway, so the more bees that belong in there, the better. So, placing this one back in here, getting that back on there with the lid. Putting this onto here, getting it the right way round. I like to have it like that. So okay, that's good. Right, so that was quicker than I expected, and I had to be quick because of the damn wasps, as I've already said many a times. So we're just gonna get these done up, and let's keep our fingers crossed with this one now. Everything goes okay. There's a few bees left in that one. We'll strap this one up as well. Always good to keep them strapped nice and tight. Pulls it all together. And you never know when you get them unexpected windy days. You've got to be prepared. I'm not a lover of when I see people just putting a brick on the top of them. Everyone to their own, don't get me wrong. But that's not for me. Not when you can just run a strap around it this easy. So we're all bout and braced. Okay, and it is really, really hot. And watching Paul from Denby Honey, hi Paul if you're watching, he had a great idea the other day. He had a sweatband on his head and he said it was a game changer. I'm currently waiting for mine to turn up from Amazon. On days like this, I've got sweat pouring off of me, it's in my valve, it drops into the hive. It's just not good at all. So I think that is a great idea. Keep the sweat in your sweatband. So Paul, brilliant, thank you for that. Keep up the good videos. So there we have it. So we've done the newspaper split. Like I said, what I've done, double newspaper, brood box in the middle, 2 supers above, brood and half below. We'll give that a good week now. Hopefully they get through that paper, they accept that queen. And once that happens, I'll split this hive completely apart. I will then move, I'll get my empty super, which is drawn out frames, been spun. So there'll be plenty of laying room for that queen. We'll place that at the bottom. We'll put that brood box in place of that brood box, and because that brood box there is pretty much is full of honey, we'll put that on top. We're back to a brood and a half with the super at the bottom. I like to keep the super at the bottom this time of year, so over winter they move up into the brood box. Come spring next year, you've got all your bees out in the brood box, swap them back over, brood and a half at the top. So yeah, I like to do it this time of the year. We'll do the same. I'll keep that on a double brood, and I'll probably later in the year swap that around as well. So that's the plan. Fingers crossed. And like I say, that queen she is laying, and she's originally the daughter of that original queen that was in there. We took her out of there. She's been out there a good 3, maybe 4 weeks now. So there's no reason why they wouldn't accept her. And so yeah, hopefully once I've accepted her and she's in there and she's got plenty of room, plenty of laying room, and they feed her and all that, hopefully that kicks her back off again and she starts laying a lot more. If she doesn't, and she's still maybe a lone layer, I don't know what I'll do, to be fair. We might still have time in a few more weeks to get a queen. It's not ideal, a mated queen. It won't be ideal, but we'll know within a couple of weeks how she's laying in there. And if she's still laying very minimal, keeping to 1 or 2 frames when she's got plenty of room, then I might have to bite the bullet and get another queen and try and introduce her again. But you know, it's never good when this sort of thing is happening this time of year. We're now first week in July, so you know, if she wasn't laying, I had to get another queen end of July, if I could get a mated queen, that is. If they accept her. If they don't, I'm buggered. I've got a hive that's just going to dwindle away. You know, I'd probably then do the route of splitting whatever bees I've got left in that hive and introducing them to that one and that one with the newspaper method again, just to give them a boost and save them bees. That's the only route that I could take right now. So we'll put the hive tool back in the clean container that we have in here, always keeping it nice and clean. Give it a wipe down with a cloth once we've finished, and everything goes back away. So I was a bit disappointed with the fact that now I've got some bees in this, no frames. Hopefully what they'll do is they'll just find a good handful of bees in there. Hopefully they just find their way out of there, you know, and just merge into one of these hives here. So that's enough of me blabbering on, and until next time, we'll check that hive. Fingers crossed that queen, they get through the paper and they accept us. Fingers crossed. Until next time, ciao for now.